Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. This is a 1v1 game from a Blitz tournament between Blinchik down here in the purple, and he's chosen Aeon. Or perhaps gone random, but I have a feeling he chose Aeon. And Zlo is here in the Cybern. First land from both of them, of course. And maybe you can tell the difference in sound quality. I have got myself a new microphone. The last one was just a headset mic and it was quite bad at times. So I think this is a big upgrade. And we're also in 60 FPS. So upgrades all around. Hope that makes up for the lack of videos. And hopefully we can just keep making better ones in the future. Here's a lab from Zlo, his second unit out of his land factory, and the third one is a scout. Quite common to make a lab on this map. And he's going to be attacking here. So the map is Craftiest. Tag Craftiest Maximus. I think it may have been made by Tag Rock. Definitely made by one of the Tag boys anyway. One of those ancient clans. I did see Tag Rock and Aeolus there a couple of, maybe a month ago. So the map is 10 by 10 map. And it's a land map with water all around it and some islands. So important points, there's a lot of mass on land and a lot of mass in the water. See just down here in the bottom, 3, 5, 7, 7, 4, and 4. Add it up and you get a number bigger than all of those individually. Zlo's gone second land, which is unusual. So the reason you don't often go second land on this map is because you have water engineers. Well, water engineers expanding to the water, so they are completely unable to be raided by land units. And more importantly, you do not have a lot of mass reclaim. So a lot of 10 by 10 maps, pretty much all of them actually, you get a lot of mass reclaim at the start, or at least a few hundred. And that basically allows you to very quickly, basically immediately, build 3 factories. On Craftiest, you don't have enough mass to build 3 factories quickly, so that means if you go second land, you're going to be stuck with just 2 land factories. Your air factory is going to be quite late. So if you're on a map like, well, Regor, where you have mass next to you, you can build a 3rd factory. Well, you can build 5 factories quite quickly there. And yeah, this is why people go second air. Now going second air and then making an inti, I don't really like it. Zlo has managed to get his 3rd factory up very quickly. How has he managed to get it up so quickly? Not sure. I guess Blinchik is just a little slow rather than Zlo being particular. Oh, okay. Now I see. That's the difference. Blinchik has gone for a very quick naval factory. So what can Zlo get out of his earlier land? Because Blinchik is definitely going to get something out of this early navy. He's already making a frigate, and he has he built an engineer out of this factory as well, I think. To expand, he's going to grab this Hydro, which will likely never be killed. I think the only way I ever see these Hydros disappear or change hands is they get captured. But usually people just ignore them, so you can build them and they're pretty much safe forever. So what do you want to do on this map? Well, the meta is, say the most common thing would be first land, second air. Quite quick navy, because you have so many water mexes, and then the ACU moves vertically. There's a lot of mexes up here, and you can put pressure on these 5 mexes as well. Take these, you can kill these plateaus with arty, and yeah, secure this whole expansion with your ACU. That's the common thing. And then you're trying to get edges. This map, because it has so much mass and you can gain so much from map control, generally you don't go for economy. You make a lot of T1 units, and that means navy and land and air. And you're basically fighting for map control. Blin is fighting for air control right now and winning. Not that surprising, given that he went second air versus third. And if you both have the same economy balance, you're not stalling, then obviously the guy who went second air is going to be ahead. Here comes the frigate, already coming towards the back of Zlow's base. Frigates can do a huge amount of damage on this map. And actually Blin might be... well, no, he's still winning air. So we need a reaction now that he's won air. So you need to immediately stop. Oh! Alright. That's a common problem on this map. So... because there's so much mass, people generally go into terrible stalls. I think because basically you have all these mexes that are basically the same distance away from your base, and you send engineers, and they'll get to mexes at the same time, and they spend all of your energy building the mexes, and then you have all this mass income that you can't spend because you spent all your power on building the T1 mexes in the first place, to be honest. So we need some... this engineer should come over here, maybe build a Hydra with the ACU. Or the ACU should go over there. Definitely needs to catch these units. So this is going to be a nice raid. These are the kind of raids you want to try and get. Especially right about now. There's not so many units, not perfect coverage. And Zlo has also got a nice raid here, moving tanks all the way up this plateau. He's going to raid some mexes. You can kill these mexes with arties. As you can see here, the Medusa takes out the radar. So you don't actually need to get units here to kill this. And one of the good option is kill this with arties and then drop some engineers. It's quite a safe drop to try and make. We're going to need a transport for the islands. And that is a pretty nice raid. And the hydrocarbon died, so that ACU can't finish building that now. If he wished to. In the navy, that first frigate came around, killed a hydrocarbon, 2 mexes, 2 T1 PGens. Quite a good frigate. But on the land, this PD does not go up, and Zlo is doing a bit of raiding. He should be raiding here. And you can see there's quite a few undefended mexes around that people are not killing. This engineer has been killed as it was trying to finish this factory. Also, this factory has been just reclaimed by an engineer. And now this engineer can reclaim this. He can actually get energy and mass from this and take the mexes. A T1 torp defense is quite a good option. It's good on this map because there's not much space, so you really have to run into them, you have to kill them. Can't really go around them or avoid the torp defense. Frigate's constantly killing this position here, which is very vulnerable. Hard to defend, and Zlo is just... does he have any naval factories left? I actually don't see any. And that's a huge problem. So if Blin can... well, for one, now that he has this naval control, we need to... I mean, you need subs here. You need some subs. You need to get rid of all these mexes as fast as possible. This is good, capturing mexes. And needs to kill as much stuff as he can. So there's Medusa fighting back against the frigates. That means he's going to have to do a lot of micro to keep the frigates alive. And you can see it's going to delay a lot of damage on the base. So that's good from Zlo. But without water, it's going to be really hard because of all those mexes in the water, and there's not really any land pressure at the minute. Blinchik is just making T1 land. He hasn't dropped at all, which is not great. It gets a bit slow, and he has so much power right now. Zlo is definitely someone who needs to be dropping because he's gonna lose so much mass. He has already got 2 mexes up here. T2 mexes. Those are safe. I think this one may be killable by frigates, but I'm not sure. One thing from Blinchik we didn't really see was Auroras making use of the water and attacking. You could send Auroras around. Could send Auroras around here. Although it will be quite slow and maybe he doesn't feel comfortable that he wouldn't be able to defend without those units. So what is the move for Blinchik? He needs to just quick as he can grab all these mexes in the water. And a transport would be good for that. You could drop here, these islands, and then drop down here. Take the mexes from Zlo, and then you'll have a massive advantage. He already has about 20 more mass income, I think, per tick. And this is a good fight for him. Look at all these dead mantis. This formation of dead mantis. You can see there's like 2 dead Aurora and an entire dead mantis army. Zlo making PDs. What is the plan for Zlo? He has T2 air and T2 pigeon just done. What is the power going to be used for? Oh, yeah, this hydro and these mexes dying, pigeons dying. Not good for him. But actually the Medusa, look at that guy, he has 2 vets. Not bad. Let's see the number of units here. 50, 23. Meanwhile, yeah, quite a bit more for Blinchik on the land. And also, he's been overflowing about 300 power for a long time. He could definitely, I think, have made upgrades, commander upgrades. I mean, it's not really a matter of why do you make commander upgrades. It's why not in this scenario? Why not make a gun? Why not make even... well, anything really. There's a lot of options, and his ACU is really not partaking in this combat very much. He's got a few kills. He almost has his first vet. So he's held down this choke and held down this expansion. Got these 3 mexes. But maybe he could have done more with it. And maybe he could have gone more into air. He definitely could have dropped earlier, and so could Zlo. Zlo's still not dropping. It's going to be difficult for him. Oh, here comes the drops now. 2 transports at once. Looks like he's dropping. Yeah. Look at this. He's going to drop all 6 islands at once. And Zlo has quite a nice air force that he's using to cover this transport. The other one is not going to get covered because that's closer to his base. Less likely to be shot down. I have a lot of T2 engineers. We have T2 transport. Okay, why is that being built? And now we have the gun from Blinchik. Maybe the transport is for the ACU to come across. He could drop across here and then fight his Zlo's commander, which is also making the gun right now. And actually, Zlo did not protect his transport successfully, but he does win air completely. So Zlo has something going for him. I mean, right now, everything is gone for Blint. Still no water whatsoever, and like I said, basically just a free hydro. No one ever pays attention to that. See both of them. Made their hydros. They never get touched. T2 land. Oh, he's going T3 land right away. Now, why would you do that? Some people are going to say because he's Aeon. I don't really... Why in this scenario? I mean, he's only versus T1 land. There's no T2 land at all from his opponent. So does he really need to go to T3 land at this stage? I think he should be focusing on, well, for one, regaining air control, as that's pretty much the one thing that Zlo has right now is air control. And air control is really powerful. That could get him back into Navy with torp bombers. It could do a lot of damage to his base with Corsairs, kill some HQ or power generator. Could go after his ACU. So the first thing you want to do is get rid of any advantage he has, and the one he has is air control. If we look at units, 135 Aurora. That's so many Aurora. Look at this. He has double the Aurora of Mantis. We have this gun commander. Hasn't really done much for his low. We have T2 Mexes. Oh, and here comes Corsairs going after... Ah, yes. TML. The TMD gets sniped by the Corsair, and now we have the missiles flying towards this upgrading HQ. I think the HQ might just upgrade in time. Ooh. He needs 3 missiles, not 2. Oh, wait. Oh, it was showing me the T3 HP, and it dies as it's upgrading to T3. It's almost at T3. That must have been nearly 90%. And he just lost that. The TMD going up just after. So that's painful. Now one way to avoid stuff like that happening is you build your PGen near the HQ. Let's say this is the HQ. Build your PGen here somewhere. Then you build a TMD, and then you put a shield around all of them, and then you're a lot less vulnerable to attacks like that. Now I think Blinchik is really overbuilding Aurora. Aurora, well, you know, it's the difficulty with any T1 unit basically is pathfinding. So all these Aurora at the back are not going to shoot while these Aurora at the front are going to be fighting. That's the problem. That's why you tech up. So you get a higher concentration of mass, basically. So you can have 5 bricks all shooting the one thing, and then if you have that much mass in T1 units, then most of them are not going to hit anything. Guys at the front are going to die while the guys at the back are idle, and so the bricks are more efficient. And of course, yeah, so that's because they have more range and they're more concentrated. So you don't want to make 100 million Aurora, and especially you don't want to make 100 million Aurora and then leave them on your side of the map doing nothing. Because at least if you're trading them constantly, fighting, then the numbers stay lower, and then you basically, well, if you fight, you can actually kill him, basically. He's just sitting on his side of the map. And Zlo can chill. He's made less units. Now he has T2 PDs here, defending. Aurora can do nothing versus this. T2 PD will absolutely crush all these Aurora. And now, it looks like Blin is actually suiciding his Swift Winds before he has enough to win air control. Maybe. Oh no, actually. Never mind. Just looked dicey for a second. Blin now wins air control completely. He still is not going for the water mechs, and I think that's a big mistake. Now, another mistake here is the huge amount of power he has. And he's also lost these 2 T2 mexes to TML. And Zlo's still in this game. And actually the mass income has now been basically, well, it's even. And I don't understand how it's even. Well, here's one way. Zlo has the 3 bottom islands, and he has the 3 top islands. He's also edge built factories off of those islands, and now he has naval production. Now let's look at Blin's naval production, he has 3 factories. And they're making anti-air boats. He has only 5 frigates. He has no subs. And now Zlo has 4 factories building. Oh, actually Blin has a factory up here as well. So we have 4 factories. So there's some hope for Zlo to get back in the water, maybe, but he has equaled the mass income. Look at these 2 T2 mexes here, 2 T2 mexes here. Funny that he has them upgraded on the island that's not defended by anti-air or PD. Looks like Blin was trying to get an arty drop away, but there's units in the way. We have T2 mexes at the front here as well. This TML has 4 kills on it. And Blin is still committed to T3 land. I don't understand why you are so fixated on T3 land. I mean, you can make T2 land and it will kill all of the T1 land that's here. There's nothing else to fight except Mantis and Medusa and a commander. And it strikes me that T2 land would be pretty nice there. And T3 land just seems like a big waste of time and mass. And now we have the shield on the commander coming. He has double gun, 22 kills. Does he need the shield to fight right now? Once again, we look at the army of Zlo and see that it is T1 land. It's a decent amount of T1 land right now. And we also have torp bombers coming out. As I said, air could give Zlo a way back into the navy, and looks like it's happening. Now he's losing some of the islands. It's going to be difficult. With 3 A turrets, he's going to need many gunships to take them out. He's going to lose some gunships. So that's going to be tricky. Actually, maybe bombers would be better to take out these couple. The ones that are built right next to each other, and then gunships can come in and finish off whatever's there. But yes, Blin needs to. Well, we'll have to see what the Harbs do. Where is he going to send them? Zlo has a T2 land HQ now, and he actually has a quite far forward. So this could become a target. Nice adjacency from Zlo, those air factories, and the mountain eating some torps there. But yeah, Zlo's lost his naval production at the top, and now we do have gunships coming after the anti-air turrets, and the third one goes down. I don't know how many gunships. Ooh, that one just barely survived. Lost 2 gunships at least. So now I have to quickly drop those islands before Zlo gets there. And really, oh, look at these Medusa. Oh my god, the kills on these guys. These Medusa are pure gold. And the problem for Aeon is their arties are just gonna miss because they don't have enough AoE, and they miscalculate their shots when firing up different altitudes, and then the AoE can't save them because they have very little. And it seems like Blin's Aurora have just been milling back and forth on his side of the map, and Zlo has just been slowly killing them with arties. Oh, we did lose a T2 mech here. Not sure how that happened. Maybe, actually, I think a Aeon Frigg might have taken them out. But suddenly, it's not bad for Zlo. Look at this. He's taking back. Well, he's ecoing. More T2 mechs is over here. If we look at Blin, he tried to start ecoing, and subsequently lost these mexes, which were upgraded. And now they're upgraded again and storaged. He lost both of them. to TML. He lost T2 HQ that was almost at T3, so that was maybe around 4,000 mass, maybe just gone. So he lost his T2 HQ, and the T3 upgrade was, damn, it must have been like almost 90%. That set him back so much. And now he's going for T3 land again. He has T3 land, the Harbs are out. What are they going to do for him? Because they're going to have to do a lot. He really committed to making those units. And now we have T2 PDs covering, well, you can see he's basically covering the whole bottom side. Now there's not many of them, of course, just one here at the front. But he has units, he has a gun commander, gun stealth commander. And so I think it's, you know, a Harb is not going to get some run by here and kill many mexes. And meanwhile the water control that Blin had for so long is being given up to, well, I mean, it's not like Zlo's investing a huge amount into getting the water control back, to be honest. He didn't make that many torps. Did try and make factories and they've got killed and he's rebuilding. But look at all this, there's so much mass around. So much mass. And it looks like it's available for Zlo and not available to Blinchik. Now there's certainly mass up here on these islands if he can take those back. But a lot of the mass in the water is for Zlo. Look at all these frigates, Frigrex. Oh, these T2 mexes may go down though. We'll have to see some quick arties to come out and defend the base. And now we do have T2 land as well from Zlo. Just a few rhinos, a hoplite, some flax with the ACU. Are these... oh no, he's not going for the T2 mexes. He's going for... oh! T2 Navy for Zlo. And also going T3 land. And he's going to start with a couple of submarine killers, and that can probably clear the entire ocean. And basically he just has to try not let Blin torpedo them, and then after that he's going to go for, well, either cruisers or destroyers. Both are good here because he's going to mostly want them for bombardment, not winning the naval battle. He's investing in more T2 PDs. What have the Harbs achieved for Blin? We waited the whole game for him to finally get the Harbs, and look, he's lost all this map control. He's lost it for a long time. Mostly just the T1 land units. He has a double gun shield commander. It's just chilling. And now, oh no. That was a very bad move order. I don't know what happened there, but it looked like the Swiftwinds just stopped. Zlo got in behind, but it looks like the sheer force. Oh no, that's another bad turn. And now he's being dragged over anti-air, flax, and T1 MA. And that's a bad waste of Swiftwinds. That was not a good trade at all in the air battle. And also, Blin just building so much power. Like plus 1100 power. It's really wasteful. And now it looks good for Zlo. He has T2 Navy. And what the hell does Blin have? Blin still hasn't dropped here. There's so much reclaim and extra mexes. The mexes that kept Zlo in the game to some degree. These 6 mexes down here. And Blin needs to gather himself. Gather his forces. Put that commander with these shields and harbs, and he needs to just walk into the base 5 minutes ago. We have T2 PDs. That's not that scary. It's Cyber and T2PD. The HQ is at the front, very vulnerable. Most of the army is 2 on land, couple two units. The commander is down here at the bottom, and he will have to vacate this area if he wants to really defend. And now it looks like we do have a push, but the Harbs are moving in while the arties are still going to work on the shields and the PDs and stuff. So a bit wasteful. I think there goes 2 Harbs there. Let the arties do their work and also get the ACU involved. Even here, just have a T2 transport and put them in the same place. Oh my god, Slow with the arties on this cliff are going to do so much damage. Look at this. I mean, he can't hit those with most of Blin's units can't hit these arties, and they're just raining down all this free damage onto the Harbs, Aurora, Shields, Arty. That is brutal. And these T2PDs have been doing good work as well. But Zlo, oh, he's quite low on power. If he loses this P-Gen, he's going to be stalling. And now we have a bit of a counterattack. Zlo trying to divert attention, trying to get some raiding done. And look at the navy for Zlo. And look at the T2 mexes. 9 T2 mexes for Zlo now. And he has T2 navies building a destroyer. Destroyer's gonna come out soon. And we also have Corsairs, and this push is just stopped. Look at the kills, man. Look at this guy, 7 kills. And he even has a stealth bot up there to protect them. 519 mass killed by this Medusa. Blin is here with his ACU, finally. Don't leave. Don't leave, man. He has a lot of swift winds now as well. Okay. Oh, and here comes Lo's commander. And he's going to get some overcharges in on the Harbs. And Blin seems unaware of what's happening. And now he sees the commander still slow, not overcharging. And do we have flak in here? No flax. Here they are, they're at the back. And I guess Lo just didn't have the energy or didn't want to spend the energy on overcharges there. And actually he just lost his energy storage, which was at the front. This P-Gen, very vulnerable, needs to go down. And it's still... Well, where are the Harbs gone now? Oh, well, some Harbs retreated to fight here. But the Harbs can't push in now because there's just a commander in the way, blocking the choke. This commander is completely segregated from all the units. So he really has to keep his distance. More Swiftwinds just getting wasted. There's all this anti-air. And the Swiftwinds are dying. He's made so many this game. Let's take a look at the kills. Well, it says that Blinchik has done more damage. It's been more efficient with units. I think it's going to vary greatly depending on what units we're talking about. Torp bombers now out. A lot of torp bombers out to try and stem the naval tide. This has been getting raided. The number of water mechs has gone down to 3? It's just 3 mechs in the water now. Blin, who had the naval control from very early on, and he's now surely lost it. That's a good TML though. Where is the Destro from? Oh, here's one. I think that's the only one Zlo has right now. Oh, he has another one coming into mid. Oh, man. And again, well, those got TML'd as well. So much TML going on in this game. And so many dead T2 mexes. Now look at this army. Now we have, well, just a single brick. We have 13 rhinos. Still plenty of Medusa. 50 Mantis. 2 destroyers. Oh, he might be about to lose one. Now that is one thing Zlo does not have anymore. He's lost the air control, so what can Blin do with this? Total mass, actually, Zlo is 12k ahead and, well, 13k. And if you look at the reclaim, you can see that that is entirely from reclaim. The reclaim is the difference. And that's where this kill to loss ratio doesn't exactly mean efficiency, because Blin may have killed more, or killed more with less mass, but if he kills it in such a way that Zlo gets all the reclaim, then there's not much value in that, is it? And it's not exactly efficient. The T2 naval HQ is going down to just some T2 torp bombers, and it's dead. Oh my god. What's going on in this game? And we have another T2P gen. He actually lost both of them because he lost this one to TML. This one died at the front to I'm not sure what. But now the T2 naval HQ is dead. There's still, I think, maybe 3 Destros around. See, they've sought refuge on the land where the torp bombers can do nothing to them. They have a harb committed all the way up the cliff, and he's gonna just die, I think. Maybe. No. I have a feeling he's gonna die. Zlo has so much mass right now. I think he's reclaiming the... Yeah, he's getting a lot of reclaim here. He's actually wasting it, unfortunately for him. Did get up 2 T2P gens. I think he's just gonna build another T2 HQ here again. And maybe make some more mexes. And the mexes, T2 mexes in the water are now dying to torp bombers. These torp bombers from Blinchik doing massive work. Could you imagine if he had used his air control earlier and not wasted a lot of air? Look at the damage the torp bombers are doing. And think of the damage he could have done with some gunships. Still, look at this. This has to be TML'd. Can he TML this with his, let's see. Oh, just out of range. That's unfortunate. I think he might be able to ground fire and kill this one, though. And he could also TML the anti-air and then hopefully retake it. And this game is just kind of even right now. But Blinchik, I think he's a bit slower, a bit less... he's slower getting the mexes and retaking map control after he kills something, attacking undefended things. Like these mexes, look at all these water mexes that aren't taken right now. Needs to pay a lot of attention. Now we have a lot of gunships. Where is the air for Blin now? I actually don't see any swift winds. He lost them all somewhere. And oh, look at all this mass here. I'm not sure how some of these things are dying. Oh, that's probably why. These RDs are probably the best thing Blin made in the entire game. And I think he should make a few more. Maybe make some snipers. Oh, careful with those. Where are they off to? Don't go too far. You're the most valuable thing in Blin's army right now. Oh no. I feel like they're chasing some unit that is under attack. Oh yes, look. He has an attack order on one of these units in this army. And the RDs are chasing the whole way to fight him. That could be problematic. T2 Navy coming up for Zlo once again. And this harb needs to be saved from itself. Oh, it's dead. Another bit of a waste. Zlo now re-expanding. Yeah, this is a big problem. All of this untaken mexes, I think it's a huge problem for Blin. And And the dead arties. The arties are... Oh, shit. I mean, I don't see them in mid, so I'm... Yeah, they're surely dead. And I think that got overkilled too by Medusa, maybe. That is a sad loss. They were doing so much damage. And Zlo has just continued to not lose the game. Since being behind for most of it, he's just, well, continued to not lose and just suck up mass reclaim. Just take fights where he could, and the reclaim 37k to 16k. So there is a difference of 12k reclaim before. Now we're up to 22k reclaim difference. And Zlo is just soaking in all the attacks and capitalizing on some silly mistakes from Blinchik that are happening, like the arties suiciding there. 3 arties, it's a lot of mass and a huge amount of damage. And it's gonna, he's not even actually replacing the arties, unfortunately. We saw a lot of wasted swift wins when all Zlo's making is inties and not even a huge number of them. A lot of kills for anti-air, and these Medusa everywhere in the map, especially on these peninsulas, getting insane value. Also Medusa defending the base from Navy. So just good use of units all around, and that's another more wasted harbs here. Look at all the mass just dumped directly in Zlo's face. No wonder he overflows mass all the time. And now Zlo actually overtakes in the kills per losses ratio. Blin still has a higher score, but he's far less total mass. He does not have... I mean, he's trying to get back into Navy, but Navy is just lost right now. The only reason he's in the Navy is because most of Zlo's Navy is walking around in mid. And now Blin's ACU is sent back as well. And all this mass is Zlo's. He doesn't know what to do with all the mass. Now the bottom side has finally the harbs have actually killed the bottom side. After many years of T3 versus T1, the T3 has succeeded in killing the bottom side. I really think Blin just needs to make T2 land, just make some blaze, make some obsidian, make some shields, kill all those crappy mantis. He would be in a lot better situation than trying to rush T3. Well, this commander still can easily hold on here, I think. Zlo looks like he's gonna feed him some kills. Oh, the Medusa! He's not dodging. The Medusa still miss, but not entirely. That's a good overcharge. Oh, if he gets an overcharge on them, come in and kill this Destro at least, please. That would be great. 9,300 mass kill by the ACU. Attacking up the middle, I think, is also a big problem. So you can see how Zlo really abused the terrain here with the Medusa, but Blin kind of allowed him by sending all of his units up mid, which is the narrowest choke point. And he has no control over this peninsula. He can't stop units from coming up here. And also, his ACU is over here, all of his army is over here, so that makes it risky for the ACU. The ACU, if he moves in here, and the units are back here, then a lot of these units can go after the ACU, or the units can go after the army and push them back, and then the ACU is sort of even more exposed, and it's just a difficult scenario to work around. Should have all the stuff. If he had just sent the units to the top side and then pushed, and then he has, say, this area to fight in rather than these areas, which are narrower, then that would be much better. Also, he could just commit a lot more, not commit to the middle, commit a lot more to the bottom side, clean that out first. And then maybe work from there. Just hold on to the rest of the map. Just at these points, hold on and just focus on the bottom side rather than trying to go up the narrowest choke point with hills on either side and Medusa and etc. Well, really nice from Zlodo to use that terrain. Now we have the T2 navies finally finally getting towards Blin's base, but it's dying to torp bombers. And oh no, the swift winds are split up again. And actually, oh, there's a cruiser as well in range now. And actually Zlodo's inties are completely idle, but it looks like now that they come back online, they are going to murder all the swift winds with the help of that cruiser. And now air control is Zlodo's, and all these torp bombers are going to die. And without the torp bombers, how is he ever going to stop the Destros? And now there's even Wagners coming through the water into the back of the base. There's mexes to be killed here. Production is going down. The whole top side is dead. The bottom side is clean from Harbs, and he can re-expand. And the ACU is safe in the water with stealth. And now it looks over. And that is very well played by Zlo. Look at the mass reclaim now. 58k to 19. I think Blin could look at this as a throw, I think. Because he had the early naval. And early naval, well, having naval control on this map is extremely valuable. And actually Zlo showed, well, give a bit of a masterclass here. And well, you can see what the Navy did. He basically just held on. He got he lost the Navy. In exchange, he took these 6 mexes down here, and then Blin did not actually take all the water mexes and did not actually get that much damage because it got defended by Medusa. And then these 6 mexes kept him in it, and he ecoed a bit as well early on. Blin overbuilt Aurora, didn't use them very well, and also didn't do all the damage he could and take all the water mexes he could. So Zlo basically just held that formation for a long time and just sort of maintained his position, kept ecoing a bit, and did some nice attacks with the TML. That helped him hugely, killing the T2 HQ and the T2 mexes. And eventually he just holds on, sucks in all the mass from Blin's failed attacks, and now it's completely over. All this T2 Navy. Very nice as well that he saved them from the torp bombers by bringing them on land. That was really cool. And also pushed the ACU away with them on the land. It's a good substitute for his T3 land as that died. So much damage done by both sides, and overall I think when you get those complicated games, messy games where a lot of things are happening, you've got to fancy Zlo. He's seen it all in this game. And now Blin is going to lose his ACU to T2 Navy. Trying to protect it with some asylums. But it's just a matter of time before he goes down, and his base is looking not too nice right now. 11.7k mass killed by that ACU. 11.8. Not a bad effort. Oh, will he get the overcharge on the Destro? Yes. Yes. 12.7. But the Wagners gonna finish him off. Well played, Blin and Zlo. In the end, it was death from all angles. But Zlo, that was a comeback. That was definitely a comeback, and a nice one. The power of reclaim. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this cast. If you have any comments on the sound or the video quality, because they're a bit different settings and stuff, so we're just testing things out. Have any input on that, let me know, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.